Okay, it looks like it started there. We have a house full tonight. It's good to see everyone. A lot of new people here this evening. God bless you. It's good to see each and every one of you coming in tonight. Okay, very good. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the forum. People are able with programs to go into those forums and spam the crap out of it, and we're just tired of fighting that battle. And the Facebook page is for members only, for resellers only. We're going to be able to control that. So we're also, what we're going to do is we're going to send out invites to all the resellers to come in. So start using the Facebook page. It's going to be a lot easier for us to control. Most of us are in Facebook all the time anyway, and so we'll be able to get to you quicker, and it's just going to really help. I mean, you think about it, we're in the 21st century here, and we need to use that 21st century technology. There's nothing any quicker than Facebook to reach out and touch somebody. I know my Facebook app goes off all day long. How you doing, Tom? It's good to see you, my friend. And so I just want to welcome everybody. Go to that app and to that link and sign up for Facebook. We've got a ton of new people in here this evening, and it's always good to see everyone. Wednesday night trainings to me is one of the best things we do. We've been doing it for over a year now, and so the section there, the training section and the control panel, I think I was looking a while ago, it's got 46 training videos in it. One thing I think I'm going to start doing, I've got to see what kind of time it takes. I may start breaking these trainings up into shorter videos, and each section will be cut into a video, depending on how that works. I know a lot of you don't have an hour and a half to sit and watch a video, and you're trying to find the training that we've done, and so I'm going to try to do that a little bit different. We'll see how it works out. The unfortunate part of that is rendering those videos and doing those videos is extremely long. And then if we go to the Google Hangout system, those are automatically uploaded. So I'm going to be looking at a couple of different things. I want you to be able to go in and find the training that you're looking for quickly. So they said the link didn't work. I'm not sure why that didn't. Let us email that. Well, let me see here. What I'll do is we'll go through and we'll add you guys to that. Send us an invite email. That's what we'll have to do. We'll send out an email for that. I'm not sure exactly how that works, so I'll get with Sean and we'll send that out. Make sure you join our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, youtube.com/InstantAppWizard. I have people ask me all the time, say, well, Kerry, I was looking for this video. When did you upload it? If you'll sign up for that Instant App Wizard channel, every time I upload something, you're going to get it. Now, it says it comes from Kevin Newley. Okay, Kevin is no longer with us. Kevin set up that channel for us, gosh, over a year ago. And Kevin's no longer with the company, but he put his name on there. And so you'll see it. It says comes in from Instant App Wizard, Kevin Newley. But that'll be the latest videos that I upload. And a lot of times it's like I tell the people that are here, all you new guys that are here and ladies, you'll see a lot of times that I'll just upload some videos that I'm testing and doing some testing with, and you'll see some new features in there, and you'll see me working on new features and stuff like that. So it's a great way to be able to stay on top of what's going on through YouTube. Also, go to facebook.com/InstantAppWizard and like our Facebook page. Sean keeps that updated and has a lot of great stuff going on there. And so it's a good way to stay in touch. And also on the new page there, we'll get that straightened out, and we'll send you guys out. Somebody said an invite email. So we'll get that sent out. We'll figure out how to do that, and we'll start doing that over the next couple of days. But if you would, kind of just move away from the forum. We're going to be moving away from the forum and start posting everything in the Facebook page. And it is for resellers only. If you haven't already, if you would text app call, if you've got your phone set next to you right now, text app call to 904-548-3411. And also, if you would, write this down, instantappwizard.com/training. Every week after the call's over, I go in and I open my email, and I don't keep it open during the training because the little box pops up in the middle of the training about every 2 minutes. And people email me and say, hey, Kerry, I wasn't able to get into training. What's the link? It's been the same link since we started, instantappwizard.com/training. Now, we did change our keyword and our number for the text reminder. It's 904-548-3411, and it's all one word, app call, APPCALL. Okay. I was telling you that I was on a webinar yesterday, and somebody asked me what webinar, and I don't have a clue. What I do is I run these webinars on one computer, and I listen to it while I'm working. And this really caught my attention. And I thought, you know what? I want to talk about that tomorrow night, because we intertwine the words customers and clients all the time. And we've been talking over the last several weeks about basic apps, putting together an app that literally takes you 10 minutes, okay, and selling that app and then building your customer into that. We know that most of our customers, and I showed you a prime example last week with Roger Pineda, where he sold a customer and gave him a lot of perks. And the perks really kind of scared the guy away, and the guy actually wanted his money back because he thought that the app just had way too much stuff on it. It was too complicated for him. And so what Roger did was through the NLP, which is on last week's training, week 46, he was able to go in and save the client, save the money, and actually save the customer, and save his money and didn't have to give the money back. But the customer was ecstatic, okay? Ecstatic over what had happened. So I want to share with you tonight the difference between customers and clients, and how to find out who a client is and how to know who your customers are. And I've got a couple of definitions up here, and you're going to see there, number one is a person or organization using the services of a professional person or company. Number two is a person or organization that buys goods or services from a store or other business. Now, here's my question to you, and I just want you to throw it up in the question box there. The answer is number one a customer or a client, and is number two a customer or a client? So just put number one and number two, okay? And put next to number one if you think it's a customer, and number two, it's a client. Very good. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Okay? The majority of everybody got it exactly right. Okay? And that's very important to understand. Extremely important to understand. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. A client is a person or organization using the services of a professional person or company. Those are the ones that you're going to be the consultant to. They're the ones that you may even have to go in and set up their marketing platform and run their marketing platform for them. They're the ones who have the money to pay you. Okay? That's very important. Customers is the person or organization that buys goods or services from a store or other business. They're going to be the ones who have a very tight budget, that want what you have but can't afford the fluff. They don't have a large budget for marketing, and really the basic app is what they're looking for. Now, you're still going to be able to give them some great services with the basic app, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But the great thing about customers is that's where you find out who your clients are. And your customers are extremely important because you want a whole bunch of those. And out of those customers, as you all know what a funnel is, you all know what a sales funnel is. We went months ago, we went over sales funnel training. But you're going to put all those customers in there, okay? And these are paying customers. These are people that are paying you every month or paying you a one-time fee. Let me ask you guys a question real quick. I'm not sure if y'all are talking to Robert because I can't see Robert talking, but I see a bunch of questions going by. Are y'all talking to Robert? Because the questions that I'm seeing don't make any sense to me at all. If anybody could just answer real quick. Okay. This question, I apologize. This question box is like going crazy on my end. And so anyway, let's get right back into this. And I'm not going to watch those right now. We'll just shut that down. That way it doesn't catch my eye because I was going to answer questions and the stuff that's coming by doesn't make any sense. So anyway, you want a whole bunch of customers. And I want to show you how important those customers are to you. And when you put all those customers into that funnel, when you start filling up that funnel, and trust me, you're going to fill up the funnel first with customers and a whole bunch of them. And out of that, you're going to find out who's serious and who's not, who your true clients will be and who aren't. And you're going to be able to massage that, and you're going to make a ton of money if you'll follow this process. A customer is the one that you're going to go out and sell the basic app to. So really everybody's a customer at first. Remember we talked a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago it was, where some people were kind of trying to figure out, man, how do I do this? How do I go out and get started? How do I lay it out there? And you're going out there and you're throwing texting at them, you're throwing reputation management at them, you're throwing coupons at them, you're throwing loyalty rewards program at them, you're throwing Foursquare, you're throwing Facebook, and you're throwing all this up against the wall, and your customers just sit there going, you know, they don't have a clue what you're talking about. So we talked about backing that down a lot, okay, and teaching these people just what a basic app is. And so that you can get them walking, okay? They're going to take baby steps. And so this is going to be your customers. And trust me, you could go out and get a ton of these, okay? You go out there and you set them up a basic app for $9.99 a month or $10.99 a month or $12.99, whatever your price is. This is just a price that I pulled out of the hat, okay? Or they can pay annually, and they pay you $100. Okay, so they get 2 months free. These are your customers. And let me tell you something, and I want everybody to understand what I'm fixing to say. Because I know this because I've been there. And I know this because I've had salespeople that have been there. You go out and you talk to customers. And you meet with them and you go through the presentation. And in your mind, they're ready to write the check. But they don't. And then you go back and you spend another hour or 2 hours there. They don't. Take advice from someone that has experienced that, and some of you have probably experienced that. Do not waste all your time on a $9.99 a month customer. You leave them a card. You make sure you have their email address. You make sure you have their phone number so you can text them, okay? You make sure you have their physical address so you can send out a mailer to them once a month. Do not spend all of your time nurturing customers. I want everybody to say yes, that you understand me, because this is extremely important that you understand what I'm saying. Joe says he gets it. Yes, 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 I understand. Yes, yes. Because, oh yeah, Tom says. Think about this for a moment. That customer's going to feel pressured into what you're doing. So they're going to give you $10 for the first month. And you've already spent, what, 6 or 8 hours on them. So basically you made $1 an hour. All right. And guess what's going to happen next month? Somebody tell me what's going to happen next month after you've pressured that customer into giving you $10, and they're going to do what? They're going to cancel. That's exactly right. It was worth $10 to them to get rid of you. I would give you $10 to get rid of you. Okay? And yeah, that's exactly right, Bill. You said it exactly correct. You have to beg for the next $10. So you don't want to beg for that money. Listen, guys, if they can't afford $10, guess what they're never going to become? Anybody? What will they never become if you got to beg for $10? They're never going to become a client. Yeah, they won't be your customer, but they will never be a client. Okay, you want those people who are excited they can get that app, and you can start training them on that app. And you can start massaging them, and you can start working with them. And as you go along, this is extremely important. If you got a pencil and paper, I need you to write this down. Okay? It's not going to be on the video. I didn't make a screen of it. I did that on purpose because I want you to write this down. I'm sitting in front of Joe, and Joe is going to be a customer. This is what I'm going to ask Joe. Joe, I'm excited about bringing you into our program. Do you mind if I ask, what is your budget for marketing? What is your budget for marketing? And I'm going to tell you, now that you're there, and they're sitting here, and they're friends with you. You've built rapport with them. Everything is going good. Joe said his budget is only $10, and they trust you. You've built rapport. They're going to tell you what their budget is. And when you find out what their budget is, this is what you're going to know. You're going to know if they're going to be a customer, and a good customer, for the rest of their lives, or do they have the money to become a client? And guys, when I'm talking about bringing on a client, I'm talking about bringing somebody on that's going to pay you $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month. And you're going to want probably 10 or 15 of those before you have to bring somebody in to help you with that. But if you build a big enough customer base, and I want you to understand and hear what I'm saying, if you build a big enough customer base, the clients will literally fall out of the bottom of the funnel. And they're going to fall out a lot quicker than you think. But if you don't build your customers first, it takes a long time to build a client. So you get frustrated, and you're out there, and think about this. You can go out and get 5 or 6 customers a day. Many of you remember that we're on here, and I don't remember what week it was, but we showed you how to set up an email program. You can get a lot of customers just through email, okay, if you set it up correctly. Somebody said, who would want to be my customer, not client? What service would I sell them as a customer for $9.99 a month? Nick, exactly what I'm showing you here, a basic app that takes you 10 minutes to build. They don't have anything. You don't have anything in it. You give them the About Us page, the Directions page, the Share Us button, the email button, and click to call. And you go onto their website, and if they have a website, or you take their menu or whatever they have, because everybody's got a logo. Every business has a logo. Scan it off their business card and put their logo up there. That is your basic customer. Okay, that's what your customer is. And some of those guys, that's all they're going to be. But you're going to continue to fill that customer base and work that customer base. Did I answer your question, Nick? I just want to make sure that that you understand where I'm coming from on that. Yeah, Bill, remember to ask me that at the end of the training. So you're building your customer base, and this price can be whatever you want it to be, guys. That $9.99 a month is just a price I pulled out of the air as I was putting this thing together and thinking in my mind. You know what? I go out and get 1,000 customers, and and I do offline and online marketing. I do some Facebook marketing and maybe some Twitter marketing, and I go out and I post a few things, and I pull in, 1,000 clients this year for $9.99 a month. Well, that's $10,000 a month, and that's $120,000 a year, and that's pretty good money. Okay, now you've built a base with that, and now out of that 1,000 clients, you're going to go out there and maybe only 10%, maybe only 2%, maybe only 20 of that 1,000 become really good clients. But no, it's not a lot of work. Not really. Not really. Not really. If you'll follow the plan, if you'll do the Facebook marketing, I can guarantee you, I will lay money right now on the table that everybody here wastes at least 4 hours a day doing nothing. If you work for yourself in this business alone. Now, if you work a full-time job, okay, then you probably only got a couple hours to put in this. What a greater way to do that is to build your basic app program so that you can get into those clients. You could literally build this app on site. How many of you, you guys kill me, man. Joe says he only weighs 3.5. Give him a break. How many of you have a laptop that's Wi-Fi, or an iPad that's Wi-Fi, or some type of tablet that's Wi-Fi? Everybody's saying, yep, both. I do. So everybody's ready to go out and sell. Now, this is what's cool. Eugene says he has 3. He'll give me 2, and that'll leave him with 1. This is what's cool about the basic app. Now, this is where the power of our program comes in. We all know that you can build a pretty powerful app in about 30 minutes. Okay, and I put 30 minutes on there, okay, for a basic app. You could sit down and build that basic app right in front of them in 10 minutes and be done with it while you're explaining to them the marketing platform. Does everybody agree with that? That you could literally sit down and once you've sold them, and it's not going to take you long, you can literally sit down and build that app right in front of them. And guess what? Now they've got that phone there, and you can text that bad boy right over to them. They're going to pull it up. They're going to say, trust me, they are going to be impressed. And now, I don't know about that, Joe. I mean, people are wanting what they want, What Joe says is he would like to make it look like it takes more time than that. I mean, we're talking about a basic app. We're not talking about building the White House here. Now, on a regular app, and that's why the other app costs so much more money. If you're sitting in a restaurant, they say, well, I want to add my menu to that, and say, okay, that's going to cost you $300 a month. And for those of you that don't usually come to the Wednesday night trainings, trust me, I did a full menu, and it took me several days, and I charged about half of what it should have cost. If you're doing a full menu and you're not charging a minimum of $400 a month, don't do it. Because I'm telling you, it takes a lot of work to do that. So you've built your basic app, and now you've got a customer. Now, there's one thing great about a customer you don't have to do. And what is that? You don't have to hold their hand. Okay, you don't got to lead them around. You're not trying to teach them a bunch of stuff. They've got their basic app. But this is what I want you to do, okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to set them up in the control panel. And when you set them up, they're going to get this email. Okay, and it's going to say, and this is the app name right here. Mine is called Basic App, so it says, Dear Basic App, thank you for signing up with Carrie's training site. And this is all automated. Okay, matter of fact, Mark and I fixed this right before we came on to training and made it to where everything comes in correctly. Thank you for signing up with Carrie's training site. Below, you will find your login information, a link to the control panel so you can start accessing your account right away. Log in, and guess what? Now, let me say, because somebody's going to ask when they do this tonight, if you don't have a branded site, that's why branding is so important. If you haven't got the branded package, it is so important to have that because you want everything to be your brand, okay? So this says your login link is www.mobileadvertisinggroup.net, username test2, password test1. Don't ask me why I put that backwards. Sincerely, the Carrie's Trading Site Team at www.mobileadvertisinggroup.net. Now, they've got that email. And the reason they have that email and the reason you set them up this way is because you're going to do a little bit of training and you're going to show them, hey, if you want to change anything, feel free to change anything you want to change. Maybe they want to go in there and they want to learn to put their menu in there. More power to them. Okay, let them go in and play with it. You can set it up any way you want. But this is pretty cool. So you send them out an email. You've just sold them their app. You've done this while you're sitting in front of them. They get their email. And guess what you can do while you're there? You can go in there and you can give them everything that they need. Okay, now let me show you something here. And a lot of people say, oh, man, I got to print this stuff out. That's so expensive. If I've had one person in the last year tell me, man, these books are expensive to print out, how else could I do them? I wish I had $1 for everybody that said that to me, and I wouldn't be on this webinar tonight. Guys, email this to your client. Let them print it out. They're going to sit down at their computer and read it anyway. I mean, we're talking a $100 app that you just sold this person. You're not wanting to give them the moon. You're not wanting to give them $100 worth of stuff or $100 worth of product that you had to produce. But this is what you're going to give them. You're going to give them for free because they're a great customer and you want them forever. You're going to make sure that they have their QR codes and you're going to show them where those are at. And guess what? All you got to do is pull it off and you got to email it to them right there on the spot. And you're going to give them the QR code basics. Now, you'll want to make sure you go in and edit these. And this is what I recommend. And we get this question a lot, too. And I know Woodrow gets it. Robert probably gets it 1,000,000 times a day, bless his heart. Go in and get all that stuff changed. Save it to your computer. And when you're out with all your laptops and your computers and your iPads and your iPhones and all that stuff, be able to have that on there and email that to them while you're talking to them. Don't wait till you go back to the office. Get it done right now, right then. So, Joe, this is what I'm going to do for you. Man, I really appreciate you becoming a customer. I'm going to give you a QR code. We normally charge $19.99 just for that QR code. I'm going to give that to you for being my customer today. And I'm also going to email you a QR code basics book that's going to give you all the training you need to use that QR code to help build your business. Because the QR code is the hottest ticket item today to drive people into your app. Now, what did I just tell them? I just gave you for free the neatest thing out there, and I also gave you a free book that I normally charge for so that you'll learn how to use that QR code to do what? Drive people to their app. I'm going to tell you, you get a customer that gets one person a month that comes in and tells them that they found them on their app, or that they scan their QR code, or they got an email from them through the marketing platform. They're your customer for life. But you got to be able to give them these tools. Don't go out, and I'm going to ask you again, I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Don't go out and print all this stuff off. Does everybody understand that? For a customer, don't go out and print all this stuff off. I see one yes. Please, please, everybody tell me yes, 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 yes. Very good, very good. There you go, Spence. Spence, that's very smart. Very smart. Yes. Oh, you guys kill me, man. Is this Friday night? I think this is Friday night. So we're gonna let them have the QR code basics. We're gonna email them their QR code, and we're gonna let them know, hey, we're gonna give this to you for free today. Okay? Tom says he went out today and he did just this. Did it work for you, Tom? Absolutely. Now, we talk about Foursquare, and we talk about Foursquare all the time. Foursquare is one of those products that you should be setting up for your clients and charging, I don't know, $100 to set it up or X amount a month or something like that, whatever your program is and however you sell it, okay? Give them the Foursquare guide. Now, here again, do the same thing. Go in and change all this. Make sure you go in and you change everything on the inside. Okay, these are set up to do that. And you can do that. And give it to them. Say, Joe, this is something else I'd like to do. I don't know if you're familiar with Foursquare, but that's one of the hottest marketing platforms out there. I want to give you a free guide to show you exactly how to set it up and how it can work for you. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, Kerry, you just gave away something that I could have sold. Absolutely, I did. Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're never going to do it. But you know what they are going to do? What are they going to do with that book? Anybody? They're going to read it. That's right. They're going to read that book, and it's going to be in their mind. So what is the next item you're going to be able to upsell to them? Hey, Joe, next month when you go by and you stop in and you're just out in the area and you're selling more $10 apps or $20 apps or $40 apps, whatever you're charging for it, okay, you're going to be able to sell them Foursquare. Because they're going to be like, hey, well, you know what? I never did get that set up. I tell you what I can do for you. I normally charge $99 setup fee and $39 a month. Since you're already my customer, I'll waive the setup fee and I'll do it for you for $29.99 a month. I don't know how much easier it can get than that. Because they're already your customer, they already trust you, they already see what's going on, and you've started priming the pump. Now, what else probably have they not done yet? They've probably not set up their QR codes like they should have. Joe, what I'd like to do is I'd like to come in and really help you set up their, that's right. That's right, exactly. Exactly. Now their gross is $39.99 a month. Exactly. Now you catching on, Steve. I love that. I see that brain thinking. I see it coming. Okay. And now they need your help. Now you truly become a consultant to these people. Now they're becoming a client. Now, not everybody's going to do that. So I don't want everybody to think me sitting here saying this, that everybody is going to say, oh, yeah, absolutely, Kerry, I want you to set up my Foursquare for me. No, it's not going to happen. They're happy with their $9.99 a month app that you set them up on. And let me tell you something else. If they don't pay you full price, I'm going to have to get a yes from everybody on this, maybe even an amen. If they don't set up the full price, make sure you set them up, even if you're using PayPal. Pay the $10 or $20 or whatever it is a month for PayPal and set up the recurring payments. Okay. All right, everybody. I know. I feel you guys. I feel you tonight, man. I'm telling you. Exactly. Make sure you set it up on recurring payments. How many of you are on recurring payments for some of your bills at home? Maybe your dish network, or maybe your electric bill, or some of that stuff, and everybody's saying me. And you know why those people do that? Especially Dish Network, man. You better be checking that Dish Network bill, because they will take you to the cleaners. They do that so that you don't think about it. And if the price goes up, it doesn't matter. Okay? And you don't never have to worry, they don't never have to worry about whether or not that check's coming in. Because let me tell you, on the 15th or whatever day that comes out, it comes out. But you know the other great thing about that? You don't ever think about it. You don't even think about it. And you're so used to that money coming out every month, you just naturally know it's coming out, so it's budgeted in. Same thing with that $9.99. I mean, think about this, guys and ladies. I know I keep saying guys, and I know we got a ton of ladies on here. And ladies, I do appreciate you very much. I believe that women are the strength of our country. I bring that out in my messages all the time. But go out there over the next couple of years and build you 1,000 of those $9.99 customers and get the extra $30 out of them here and $40. Next thing you know, you got your $69 customers and you got 1,000 of them. That's $69,000 a month. I mean, that's, you know, you think about that and you think, wow, man. I know we all want the home run. I know we all want to knock it out of the park on the first deal. But I'm telling you, let's see here. Sorry for the interruption, but if a customer has PayPal, but if they are really broke, they could say, pay me later. You use as the PayPal merchant, we still get full payment up front. Yeah, that's exactly right, as the PayPal merchant. Let me tell you how PayPal merchant works. This is what happens. PayPal, you have to connect that PayPal to either your debit card or your checking card. And what PayPal does is if they're paying you with a PayPal, if the money's not there, it comes out of their checking account. And what PayPal will do is they will pay you and then take it out of their checking account. So you get paid on that day, even if PayPal don't get their money for 3 days. So that's a very, very, very good point. Very good point. So back to what I was talking about. We all want the home run. Trust me, I know. I've sat in front of those clients, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I've sat in front of those clients knowing that I just hit it out of the park. And I come home and I'm ready to celebrate. Matter of fact, I usually do go and celebrate. That's usually ribeye steak night. And then over the next 2 or 3 days, when I thought the client was closed, I found out that wasn't even the decision maker. So it takes a little more time to massage that client, but it don't take a lot of time to massage that customer. And now you've got people that trust you, love you, care for you, want you to be in their life, and now you can start upselling them. And that's where I'm coming from tonight. Remember this, very important. And I want everybody to understand this one particular statement on what I'm teaching on tonight, okay? Not every customer is a client. You have to remember that. When you ask that big question, what was the question I said that's really important to ask when they love you and they really think a lot of you and they're going to tell you everything about their life? What was that one question that we're going to ask? What's your ad budget? Exactly, Tom. What's your budget? Exactly. Okay? So that's very important. And know that when you're talking to them, and don't try to force them into being a client if you know for fact that they can't be. Because your clients are the ones going to pay you $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month. Now we're going to get into that now. Customers are your base. They are your bread and butter. They will make you a lot of money. A lot of money. But you got to build that base. The first thing you do is you go in there and you till up the ground. Then you lay down the sand. Now you go in there and you put down the rock. Now you're going to go in there and you're going to put in the steel. Now you're going to come in and you're going to pour the concrete. Okay, and now you've got a solid foundation, a solid base of customers that are paying you every month so that you don't have to worry about going out and hitting the home run on the big clients, because they will come. They will come. The client. This client is someone who can afford your services. Let me really reiterate exactly what I'm saying there. Quit giving everything away. You're never going to make any money giving everything away. If I've not learned anything the hard way, is quit giving stuff away. If they can't afford it, they don't need it. If they can't afford it, I'm sure not going to give it to them. Someone who can afford your services. Someone who wants your services. Okay? They need you. There is nothing any better than someone who needs you, because your stock just went through the roof. If they need you, okay, you become, it's just absolutely whatever you want to charge. Okay? Whatever you want to charge. Someone whom will pay you for your services. If they're not going to pay, then you don't need to sit down with them to begin with. This fellow on this webinar I was on, before he takes a client, he charged, I think he said $5,000. I want to say $5,000. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say he said $5,000. It cost him $5,000 just to sit down with him to find out if he wants to take him on as a client. I don't see a problem with that. Maybe your consulting fee to see if you want to take them on. How many of you ever gone to an attorney? Anybody on this call ever been to an attorney? I don't know if you know this, but the attorneys, they have a computer sitting in front of them, and most of them don't use it except for one thing: to hit enter the minute that you walk into that room. Okay? And they hit enter, and that clock starts. And they charge by every 15 minutes that you're sitting there. Some of them charge every 10 minutes. Why would you be any different? Why is your time any less valuable than him? That's right, a retainer. Take a retainer. You know, if you're going to take a retainer and that person is willing to pay you a retainer, you probably don't have to worry about anything else. Okay? Clients will make you rich. They're the icing on the cake. Clients are willing to pay you your consulting fees. They're the ones that are willing to pay the retainer. They're the ones that will write you a check for $5,000. But let me tell you this. Now, let me step back 2 steps. If you've not built any value in yourself, when you're out selling your product, if you've not built value in that, if you haven't shown them the value of your marketing platform and those things, then it's going to be hard to get money out of them, right? If you don't sit down from the beginning and understand your product and understand exactly where you're going with it, then they're not going to write you a $5,000 check. You really need to do your homework, okay? Exactly, Joe. That's exactly right. When values are clear, decisions are easy, very easy. And when values are clear, it's not hard for them to write that $5,000 check. Do not, and I'm going to say this again, I said it a while ago, and this is for everybody on here, quit giving stuff away. Giving stuff away doesn't make you money. Woodrow made a good point here. He said, you know, give stuff to nonprofits like churches and then charge them for the texting. And that's a great thing to do. I showed you an app that I built for an evangelist the other day. And that's a great way to go. And he has a ton of people looking at that app. And I have a ton of hits on my little link at the bottom of it. Okay? So that's a great thing to do. But businesses do not give away nothing. If they can't afford to pay for it, you're not the Salvation Army and you're not the Goodwill, okay, of the app business. Because trust me, if you give it to them, they're your worst customers to begin with because all they want is more and more and more and more and more, and you'll never give them enough. And that's terrible to say because I know they're probably good people, but don't. This is what I tell people all the time. I will help anyone, but I refuse to enable them. And I hope that makes sense to everybody. I love helping people. I'd give them the shirt off my back, but I'm not going to enable them to where all they are is needy, 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 needy. So customers will pay you $9.99 a month. Clients will pay you a fortune. I wouldn't, let's talk about texting. I see a couple of people talking about, asking about texting. If they are freebie seekers, stay away, you will go broke. That's exactly right, Joe. That's exactly right. Should we insist that the customer buy text? Don't insist anything. I think that's where a lot of people are failing. Is they're trying, and I'll go back to Roger Pineda, okay? He gave these people some stuff that they didn't understand right now. Now, if your customer understands texting, definitely share that with them and sell them the package. Now, I wouldn't discount it. I wouldn't give that customer a discount on texting. Mark it up at least $5. Make some. You think about this. You get 1,000 customers, and 1,000 of them have the lowest package of texting at $15, and you're paying $15 a month, you add another $5 to that. You just added $5,000 a month to your income. That's a lot of money. That's right. If they don't buy texting, they're missing the power of engaging their customers. That's exactly right. But don't lose a sale because they don't understand. Go back in a couple of months now that they trust you and they work with you and they trust you about what you're doing and that everything is working for them now. Now go in there and set up their texting package for $30 a month on 500 texts and get that rolling for them. If you can't sell the whole package up front, start with the basic app, which is what I've been teaching for the last month. Get them started on something. When you first bought your children a bicycle, you didn't buy them a big old mountain bike. You went in and bought them the smallest little thing in there, and it had training wheels on them. We have to do the same thing with our customers. Okay? I'll show you how to do that just in a second, Will. You have to be able to get them walking, some of them crawling before they walk, and once they start walking, you got to stabilize them. You've got to build rapport with them. They've got to trust you, and then you can sell them anything you want. If you don't do that, they're not going to stay a customer. And you want them to stay a customer for life so that when they are able to afford it, they can now become what? A client. Yeah, exactly. Joe says with as many PDFs out there that are in texting, they give them a PDF on it and educate them with a free publication. Guys, there is a ton of stuff. I used an article not too long ago from, I think it was from the New York Times, on texting. I got my weekly Reebok text today. They're having a big 4th of July sale. And no, I'm not going to go buy no new tennis shoes. But texting is very, very powerful. Tom, if you can sell them on texting, sell them texting. Don't lose a deal over $15 more a month. That's what I'm saying. You got to massage. You got to go back and talk to these people. I hear you, Joe. But get me a stovepipe hat. You got to massage these people. Work them into it. There's nothing wrong with the email platform program to get them started on. Let them start seeing how that works and then add the texting in there. But don't go in there. I would not just give them, you think about it, you go in and give them texting for $15 and the app's $9, you're going to lose $5 on the deal. Don't confuse them. That's what we're going over last week. Don't confuse them. Yeah. Okay. Okay, any questions over what we went over? Trust me, guys, I want every one of you to sell texting. I think it's the most important thing of our platform. And some do and some don't. Some are afraid to. Some don't understand how because they haven't got the customer to the point where they understand it. Any questions about what we went over so far? And whoever said that a while ago about keeping it real, that's just me, man. I like to keep it real. Yeah, exactly. You know, and you're right, Will, and thank you for saying it a while ago. Sometimes that's what happens. You know, we get excited. Trust me, man, every day I go into this program, I get through the roof, okay? And I get so excited about everything. And once they become that client and once you start with we got so many upsells, it's not even funny, and you guys are giving the stuff away. Reputation management, and Woodrow just put up there, is one of the most powerful tools we have. And you guys are giving that away. Don't give that away. Get them feeding on that $10 and go in there and sell them reputation management for $59 a month. Add it to their app. The app's already built. All you got to do is add it to their apps. And dude, you will launch your profits through the roof. Because that reputation management system will not work. And I want everybody to understand this. If you're selling reputation management without texting, you're wasting your time. You have to have that. It's very, very important. So, you know, just take those steps. And it's like Will said, he was biting off a big old chunk and he couldn't eat it. You know, everybody has to start somewhere. When my roofing company sold our first roof, dude, I couldn't get out and sell the rest of them fast enough. And you know what one of our biggest downfalls was? We went from a $5,000 a month company to a $150,000 a month company in about 6 months, and it like to killed us. So let's go into the control panel. Yeah, that's a very good point, and this will be the last thing I say on this, on the reputation management. Without tasting on reputation management, it doesn't do them any good to read an email after the fact and the client cannot correct the issue in real time. That texting with rep management is very, very important. We're going to go over, next with you, we're going to go over upsells, and I'm going to go in depth in upsells, and I want to show you how to sell upsells and build on that basic app next week. So tell all your friends to be sure and be here. Okay, the control panel. Let me make a couple adjustments here. Whoops. Bring this up. I get to see that's my ugly mug. Some of y'all may not know what I look like. That's me right there. That's actually Sean right there. Let's go over here. I'm a handsome fella. Okay. Good job, Roger Pineda. Roger just jumped in here. It's 8:54, so it's 6:54 in Arizona. He said he just finished with a client and wrote him up for an annual. Let me tell you, that's what I love about Roger. He said, "The heck with them monthlies, man." He said those people stopped paying. He went for the annuals. Good job, buddy. Okay. Questions. Somebody was asking a while ago. Let me show you how to do that here real quick. How do you remove buttons? And it's very easy to do. See this join our list right here? Who was it that asked that a while ago? If you would just speak up real quick. I want to make sure that I do this where you understand it. When I teach in the control panel, it's very important to me. Okay, Will. If you will go in here to General Settings, and you come up here to the Home Page links, and right here we're going to come in here, we're going to go Edit. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to click Save. See, I took the name out there. I'm going to click Save. We'll go over here to Preview and see how it removed the link. Now, it never removes the information. It never removes the information. Yep. So now, what was that link called? I don't remember now. Join our app or something. Join. I'll just put join in there. I'm going to click Save. See, the link never really goes away. The work doesn't go away. And that's the power of this working this way. You don't have to delete everything. And there it is right there. Very, very easy to do. Let me go in and show you real quick. I was talking about the basic app here. I don't know if all of you have seen this. When you go into Edit Client Access, you give them the marketing platform. Now you want to turn off the upsell products. If you did not sell them texting, okay, turn off the text stuff here. Turn off the digital punch card, the loyalty rewards program, because that's an upsell product. Don't give that away unless they're paying you $199 a month or whatever they're, don't give that for $9. That's an upsell. That's going to be one of those things you're going to be able to come back and sell to those folks. Coupons and promotions. Don't give that stuff away. Okay? So what you want to do, now you can do it a couple ways. You can click all features and then come in here and take off what you want to take off. Okay, I'm going to take off that. Don't give them Google Analytics. Use Google Analytics as an upsell. Text incentive message, take off reputation management. Now let me just ask you a question. Why did I uncheck reputation management? See if everybody's paying attention here. Upsell, exactly. That's going to be an upsell. Plus it needs text. Thank you, Tom. Plus it needs texting. Okay, you want to make sure that they've got texting when you sell them that rep management, and when you sell them rep management, you sell them texting. That's 2 upsells in a row. And if you sell reputation management, and I wasn't going to get into this, but now I'm forced to because I said it. If you're going to sell reputation management, do not sell them a $15 texting package. Sell them a 1,000 texting package and show them how to use that reputation management to their advantage. I will go over reputation management next week, I promise. We're going to go very in-depth on that. I've already started working on next week's training based on what I built tonight's training on. Excuse me, I had to take a drink. Okay? Now, if there's things you do not want to give them access to, maybe you did I don't know, maybe it's not a restaurant, so don't give them access to the restaurant. Give them access to the social media links. All this stuff right here is fine. You're going to build the business info and location. You're going to build this all while you're there, okay? Now, you can either give them access to the table tents, and I'm going to show somebody asked about the website redirect. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Give them access to the QR codes. If you don't want to give them access to the opt-in widgets, that's fine. That might confuse them. So, yeah, if they don't have a website, then you can still, I don't know if you guys know this, but like on a tablet and stuff, these apps look really good. I even have a customer that doesn't have a website, but they're fine with their app looking just like it looks on the they didn't want a website. So they use their app right on the control on a computer. So, but you can select what features you want. Now up here where it says email client login, you want to make sure you say yes because you want them to get this information. Now you've customized their marketing center, and they're only going to be able to see what you've clicked on here. Anything that's not clicked on, they can't see. Okay? Yeah, they can use their social website. You're not going to be able to redirect their social website to the, that's because I'm moving all over the place. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I get excited and I stand up. I do all kind of stuff over here. So getting to work with you guys on Wednesday nights, man, gets my juices flowing. But so click whatever you want. Make sure you click yes right here and click edit now. Click continue. And I'll go ahead and open up my email here. You'll see 5 million emails come in here. See right here, I just got my emails. Now this goes to 2 because I've got my boxes set up different. They'll only get 1. So we come over here, Dear Basic App, thank you for signing up. And now they've got all their sign-in information. Now let me go ahead and go do this live for you. Now we come over here. Now this is your site, okay? If you've got the branded site, if not, that'll say onetap.mobi. Go to login. I don't remember what that was. Test 2 and test 1, I think. Now they go to general settings, and you can see there's some things they don't have because I turned them off. All right? And then we got the content here, and you can see we've taken some of that stuff out. The extras, the same thing. So whatever you turn off, they don't see. Now, website redirect. If they've got a website and you want the app to redirect, if you want the site to redirect to the app, then if you've built the site, you need to go in and take this right here and put it in the header, okay? And place the code below after the head tag in your traditional website, smartphone visitor will be redirected to your mobile website. All right, to the header, okay? Place it in the header. All you have to do is copy and paste it. If someone goes to that site on a computer, it's going to go to the normal site. But if they go to it on a mobile phone, on a mobile device, or an iPad or something like that, it's going to recognize that, and it's going to redirect them to the mobile site. No, you don't. This is an automatic redirect that goes right into the header. I don't know, Tom. We've bounced that around. I'm not sure if we're going to do that. Yes, good point. Thank you, Woodrow. Do not put that redirect in any page except the index page. How do you send the email again? You'll do that from your control panel when you're in Bind under Edit Client Access. And you just select what you're going to do here. Select Yes. And click Edit Now. As soon as you click Edit Now, click Continue. It will send out the email. And you can, and just that quick. I mean, it goes out immediately. Yes, you can give them their code. Good question. Let me show you that real quick. You can either cut and paste it and email it to them, or you can email redirect code right here. All you have to do is click on that and put their email address, okay, from, and to. And click Send Redirect Code. And you can send it right to them. Wesley asked, will we be adding a... Hey, give me a second, guys. These things are flying by here. The call bar, okay. The call bar here is generated with when you put in a number for your click to call and you put an email address, and this is an actual Facebook share button where you can share the app versus send somebody to the web page. It's not going to work on here because it's in a frame. Oops, sorry about that. Let me go down here to this one. Now, if you don't have a number in there, you're not going to have a call button. Okay? If you don't have an email in there, you won't have an email button. All right? Does everybody understand that? Where do they use the redirect code? The redirect code goes into their index page of their current website. No, every client gets an individual number for texting. When you set up your texting, when you go through and you set up your texting here, you're going to go in and you're going to pay for it, and then it's going to send you back, and you're going to select a number in the area where they're at. If they don't have a web guy or they don't know who done it, if they don't know who built their website, and you know how to do it, do it. If not, tell them they need to contact a web guy to do it. You can, if you don't know how to go in and get into an FTP and go into their index page and set that up, and they haven't had anything done to their website in a long time, you probably just bought their website. So be very careful when you do that. Not people that usually whoever's hosting their site will probably not put that in their website for them. It's whoever built their site. Yeah, I showed them the link. You can click on email redirect code right there. Does everybody see that? Minimum charge on texting is $15 for 500, and that's your charge. You need to charge anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 cents for texting. The logo creator is free. There is a pay way. There's a pay thing, but it'll tell you in there. Let me show you real quick. So it's going to load my logos now. These are the logos I did. All right. Now see right here where it says free web logo? All you have to do is select a logo. Go to free web logo. And it's going to give you the source code for that. Now you can do a couple of things. You can put this in the WYSIWYG part of the system and do it. But what I do is I go in here and I will pull this out right here. See this code I'm pulling out where it says image source? And I'll go up here and put it in my toolbar. There it goes. So then all you have to do is, yeah, you can screen capture it. But it doesn't look very good if you do that. You can screen capture it from here because this is the actual size. Okay? Now, if I screen capture it, and I'll show you how to do that too, I can come in here and I can put this up here like this, and I can get the full capture and save it. Bam, there it is. Or I can come in here, right click on it, save image as. Let me get out of that. Am I going too fast for whoever asked that question? Now I can come over here and I can upload this image. I put it on my desktop, I think. That little logo creator, I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if those guys on Fiverr use that same thing. That is a really nice logo creator. See how that just changed that? And that's exactly what I built on that logo creator. No problem, Will. Hey, that's what we're here for tonight, buddy. We're here to answer you guys' questions. Yes, if you have 100 customers, it's $15 per customer. At $15, you get 500 text. So it's per app, per customer, yes. So if you've got 1,000 apps and all of them are on texting, then that's $15,000 a month that you would pay. Now you're going to charge them $25 or $30 a month for that. So you're either going to, 30, 40, 50% anyway. Yeah, what the question was, I'm sorry, is if they have 100 customers, is it 15 times 100? Minimum charge per customer on texting. Let me go back over here. Guys, feel free to answer all the questions you want. That's what we're here for tonight. When you go to add texting, there's a drop-down box right here. 500 texts per month is $15. 1,000 texts is $25. 2,500, $45. This is your cost. And let me say this because I always have people on here from the UK and Australia and everything. This is U.S. dollar cost. It is different in different countries. Okay. Woodrow, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this also Canadian cost also, Woodrow? Is he still on? Before I say that, because I get in trouble. Okay. Yes. Canadian and U.S. cost is these numbers here. It's different if you're overseas. Okay. I want to make sure I say that. Yes. Cost is based on each app, not your total business. And I'm telling you guys, yeah, you won't get better texting costs than that. Most text cost anywhere from 5 cents to 8 cents, and then you have to put your profit on top of that. And it does get cheaper. Man, you get up here to 20,000 text, you're talking 1.3 cents per text. I mean, that's cheap. You get them up to 20,000 text a month, you're going to be rocking and rolling. And still turn around and sell them that for 3 to 4 cents. Easy 3 to 4 cents. I was looking at a site the other day. They charged 9 cents per text. 9 cents per text. Any more questions? How do you build your clients build a text list? The best thing to do with that is show them how to set up QR codes that sends them directly to their Join Our List page. It's great to go in and you want to teach your clients to how to build that list. That list is very, very important. You cannot import. We follow CAN spam very, 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 very close. That's why we don't allow you to import or export those texting numbers and emails. It has to be opt-in. We make sure that everything is by the book. No, it's one text each time they send. Text in is a text out is a text. Is training available for emailing the PDFs? Are you talking about the PDFs in the system here? Hang on one second, guys. This stuff is flying by. Okay. All you need to do is come in and get your guides and manuals, download them, and I'll save it to my desktop. Mastering QR codes. Go up here and hit your email. Hit attach. That little, whatever you call that, paper clip. There it is, mastering QR codes. And just put their email in there and it attaches it right there. Okay? Very good. Text blast are done from the control panel. Let's see, I don't have texting. Let me go to another site real quick, if you don't mind, and that way I can show you. Excuse me, I'm going to grab a swig of water. Okay, for it to do a text blast, you come into edit content, and this is where they go into that. They'll go into the, when they have access to their marketing platform, they can go directly into their marketing platform. Send new message, and they can set up keywords. And let me go ahead and show you here real quick so you can see this. You can click email, text, post on Facebook, post on Twitter, or you can just send it to text, or you can just send it to email. So let's say we're just going to do a text blast. Okay, and that's all I want to do. Now I've set up my keywords here. You go into keywords. Let me make sure, hang on, who asked that question? I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I don't remember. I saw it going out of the corner of my eye. Somebody said about how do you do a text. So you can come in here and you can add a new text keyword. Now, make these text keywords, I've seen some keywords that just, there's no way somebody's going to remember it, okay? Now, let me tell you before anybody asks, the beautiful part about the long code versus a short code in texting. When someone sets up a short code and someone takes pizza, you can never text to pizza. You can text to pizza, but it's not going to go to your client. Okay? Every long code in text, when you set up your texting, and this is why we do this like this, because you can set up your own specific keywords for your own specific clients. Every client gets their own phone number. And because every client gets their own phone number, if I go set up 50 bars or I go set up 50 test sites or whatever, okay, I can give them all the exact same keyword. And that's very important because a lot of people say, well, man, I want a special code. Well, number one, those special codes are extremely expensive, and you can get them if you want them. They're extremely expensive, but they're usually bought by many people. And if you don't buy your own individual short code, which are extremely expensive, then you're not going to get the keywords you want. And then if you go sell a pizza place, and you're going to set all your customers underneath that pizza place, then you're not going to be able to set up all your pizza places with pizza. Okay? That's very important to remember. Yeah, that too. If a client's customer sees a short code, they immediately think advertisement. Okay? And that's the reason we use this system, because it's really clean and it's really simple. So we're going to add a text keyword here. Okay, and whatever the keyword you want it to be, we'll call it carry. Okay, and this is going to be the sign up incentive message. So it's going to say thanks. Now I want you to see something here. See this thing counting down right here? You only get so many characters when you're setting up your message. It's 160 characters per text message. Now, in order to comply, okay, with the rules of the road for texting, there's certain things you have to put in there. Thanks for joining, to stop, text stop, message and data rates may apply. We've already put that in there for you. So we're going to say, thanks, get a free drink. I ain't going to worry about spelling and capital. Get a free drink, okay? And I'm going to add. Now, when somebody signs up, that's going to be the message that they get, okay? So let's go back to marketing platform. See right there where I added Carrie? Now, I'm going to show y'all something. I want y'all to, I'll show you this in real time so you can see her work. Now, when you go in and you do this, okay, and I just got my message back. It says, thanks for joining. Thanks, get a free drink. Text 2 to stop. Message data rates may apply. So I'm going to come in here. Let me refresh this real quick. All right, look at you guys. You guys are faking me out there. Okay, somebody just joined up. So now I'm going to send out my text blast. Now I'm going to type in my message here, and I can see it. I'm going to go down here to preview now and see my text message right here. And I'm going to send my message, and I've got her set up here. I've got my email set up. I got my Facebook set up. Let's say I don't want to do these two right here. I just want to do text. And you can do whatever you want to do. I recommend you do all four. I'm going to send the message now. Bam. It says take a few minutes. It's going to send out. Just that simple and easy to do. Yes, you can only opt in once to a text keyword. That's very important because that really saves on your texting too. Make your text message, yes, please make your text messages relevant. I mean, guys, there's one thing you want to make sure you teach your clients. Don't send out text every day just to send out text. I mean, people will stop receiving those texts. Reebok sends me a text once per week, okay? I've got a couple of clothing stores where my wife shops where they send out once per month. So make sure the training opt-in number, oh, yes, sir, sure. Sure will, my friend. There you go. It's 904-548-3411. You can attach a coupon to the, let them get this number here, and I'll show you how to do that, my friend. Everybody get the app call number there, 904-548-3411. Text app call to 904-548-3411. Okay, very good. Eugene, you'll need to get a Eugene's asking about a no competition form for your sales rep. You need to get that from the state that you're in. You need to also check with your state. Just go to whatever your state is online. They usually have a copy there, and they can also tell you if it's legal in that state. Oh, background images. We're going to be working on background images so that you can upload images and into the background for your apps. And that's going to be really cool. Let me show you an example. I can't show you an example of what it's going to look like, but because it's not in there yet. But for example, this is a minister here, and maybe he wants a picture of his church in the background here. So I'm going to be able to upload a picture of the church which will fit into this. And it's going to be really nice. Yes, very nice. Is there a date for the reseller get-together? Not yet. But that is something we're going to be talking about here in the next couple of cycles when we have our meetings. So, Robert, do you see Juan's question to you there? I want to make sure Roger sees that and he can fix that. Any more questions? I hope I didn't miss any. And if I did, I'm sorry. We've had like 1,000 of them tonight. Well, if not, okay, man. Well, this has been great. I hope this was informative for everybody tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, what we trained on tonight isn't for everybody. Thanks. Isn't for everybody. I mean, everybody sells a little bit different. But for those who, for example, somebody said they bit off they bit off too much elephant and wasn't able to eat it. You know, sometimes small bites is the best way to go, and that's what I'm trying to show some of you. You've been asking, man, I'm lost. I'm hitting my head against the wall, and everything we teach you is a different method, but helps you get where you want to go. The end run is, I liken it to the tortoise and the hare. The old tortoise took his time. He slowly got where he was going, and the rabbit, man, he would rush way up front, and then he'd take a break. He'd rush way up front, he'd take a break. And what happened? The old tortoise, he come in across the finish line first. And sometimes when we build our businesses, and I'll be honest with you, I saw somebody say a while ago, what in the heck are you talking about $9 apps for? I've sold 10 or 15 apps and I made $7 grand. Maybe you want to sell more than 10 or 15 apps, and this is a way for you to do that. And if you want to sell 10 apps for $7 grand, then that's the way to do that. I mean, everybody is different. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. It's kind of like somebody said a while ago, I just keep it real. All right, guys, well, y'all have a great 4th of July, man. I'm going to the zoo on Friday with my little wife, and we're going to have us a good time. And we really appreciate you guys. Robert, God bless you, man. I could not have done this tonight without you. You're awesome. All right, guys, everybody have a wonderful evening. I will start rendering this tonight, and I've had a lot of trouble with the go-to videos lately, so God bless. Roger, hey, Roger Pineda, I'm proud of you, buddy. I hope I don't get ate by the monkeys. But y'all have a good evening, man. It's been wonderful.